Hey there, everybody. Welcome to something that, I think we've all been waiting to say for a while, a new Survivor discussion.
Yeah, I mean, we've all been waiting for new Survivor information, news, anything. We've seen your comments. You guys are asking us, do you have any news? No, but we promised that we would have a video as soon as we had something that was a little more concrete. And here we are.
Finally, it is 2021. I would have never thought, like last May, when we were talking about the Winners at War finale, that it would be
No.
9 months until we jumped back onto the channel with Survivor.
Yeah.
But here we are. We have a couple of new bits and pieces of information, courtesy of the government of Fiji, which I want to think that the local government qualifies as a good source for this.
Yeah, this is who the source is. CBS has still said nothing. So we'll also talk a little bit about maybe why they haven't said anything yet.
Yeah, we'll go through a few different things in here, but before we do, if you guys do enjoy this video, subscribe to the channel, because guess what? Once there is more Survivor news, we are going to be here. I'm so excited to talk about blindsides and people doing dumb things and all that other stuff again.
For sure. And we're also going to have a review for Clarice. That's going to be starting tonight. And Blacklist, which we cover every week tomorrow.
Busy, busy week. Very exciting day.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get to the meat of this.
Yeah, let's
because
get to
this
it.
is according to FBC News, which is an outlet out of Fiji.
Yep.
They have a quote from, and forgive me if I mispronounce the name here, Fayez Koya, who is the Minister of Trade and Commerce.
So they should be reliable.
They should be reliable, though still, this is me like putting tiny grains of salt out there, because
Oh!
things can change.
Absolutely. With everything that's going on with the pandemic, we all know that things are in flux, things change. So this is just kind of like where we are today.
So this person said Survivor will be filming in Fiji with the crew expecting to arrive in the next few days. Like,
Few days.
that means that like slow trickling in will start to happen, because obviously the crew's got to show up first. They got to build everything. They got to plan everything out. And then, the cast gets there. And that's without even thinking about like whatever sort of protocol they have devised here.
Yeah, I mean, Fiji's in a really great spot right now because they're pretty safe right now. So being able to open the doors to us, it would be a risk. So I'm assuming that there will be protocols in place where either people are going to come and they're going to quarantine, everybody's going to test. They've been able to do this with other shows, like Bachelor has been in sort of more of a contained place, but it gets a little trickier with Survivor because they have a huge crew and it's from people all over the world.
This is one of those things that I don't know if every Survivor viewer knows, that yeah, there are crew members from America. There's crew members probably who are local in Fiji, but then you have people coming from all these other sorts of places, because there's very specific crafts that need to be done on Survivor, and they have an established group of people who they know and they can work with, and this is not easy, and I'm pretty sure it is the government of Fiji that has put the kibosh on this for so long in the first place, when they probably looked at what's going on here and were probably like, we don't need your problems right now, and I understand that fully.
Yeah, I understand as well. Things are not great out here in California or in America in general right now with the pandemic. So I was surprised that they were actually finding a way to make this happen, considering that LA and California were a hot spot right now, and the crew is all over the world, and there are different things happening everywhere right now. So I think that they will have something like everyone will come, everyone will quarantine, everyone will test, and then they'll move on.
Yeah, it's got to be a situation where they're like testing them here, testing them in Fiji, quarantining them. They will probably have something set up.
And then have them in a bubble.
Yeah, I think they're going to be able to make this safe. I feel hopeful about it because we've seen they were able to make Big Brother safe this past summer. I know that is at a lot in California. That is very different than Fiji.
It is, but they did the same thing with the NBA and it worked out.
Yeah, they have kind of an area that they'll sort of keep a lot of the Survivor players in, and I think that will help them be able to make this work.
I'm just really happy that we're actually seemingly getting any Survivor, because there was a while there that I didn't think it was going to happen all of this year, that we were not getting anything in the fall, and that it was probably going to be long after sort of all the vaccines have come out and, you know, it was much safer for travel. I mean, there's a lot of sort of no travel right now. There's some really big restrictions in Canada. You cannot really travel anywhere. And if you're coming in internationally, there are only 4 airports Justin Trudeau is allowing you to land in.
This is kind of what I thought was going to happen. I thought originally, okay, maybe like May or June, there will be enough vaccines that they can get everybody vaccinated. Maybe they'll be able to film a season then. They'll kind of just do things out of order. And then maybe we get a season in the fall. I did not think that we would be here where we would potentially, you know, let's say, for example, Survivor 41 starts filming, I don't know, a month from now.
Yeah, that's only in March.
Like, that's feasible, and it's kind of not that far different than past production timelines where they would actually have a season ready in September. I know CBS wants a season in September like nobody's business.
Us too.
We all are in the same boat here.
Yeah.
You know, there will be time to talk speculation about cast, twists, all that other stuff, and we'll do that, I'm sure, down the road.
Yeah, but we're not there. We're not that far along yet. We're only at the crew may be coming in a few days.
Yeah, we're at the crew may be coming. You know, supposedly the cast is going to be more diverse, which is great. That's all we got for now with that. But the idea here, though, is that, okay, let's say they film a season in March. They have 39 days. Maybe they wrap that near the end of April when you consider all the protocol and whatnot. If I am CBS at that point, I'm going to be like, sorry, Jeff Probst, you don't go back to camp, with camp being his garage in Los Angeles where he filmed that last finale. But
yeah, no, you bring in the next cast and you film another one, so we have one in the spring too.
You just do it immediately. You film one right after the other. That way you're not shuffling the crew back across a couple different locations.
Yeah, and you know everyone at that point is safe because they're already there. They've already been quarantined and they've already been tested and everything is okay.
Here is the one humorous scenario that I have going on in my head with all of this. Like, you remember Claire/Tasha's season of The Bachelorette?
Oh, yes, I do.
That was the guinea pig season before they really knew how to do anything with the restrictions. They had, like, people eating bagels as dates and all that.
Yeah.
And then on The Bachelor with Matt James, they've got like this enormous mansion, and they're like doing
hot air balloons and, you know, circuses. Yeah.
The first immunity challenge in Survivor 41 is going to be, here, build like a man out of sticks, and the person who builds the stick man the fastest. And then on the second season, they're going to have like some gigantic, like spider-shaped obstacle course they have to go through.
Well, you know, this is all new to everybody. I'll give them a pass if, you know, they're able to do it safely and get it on the air for the fall.
Ultimately,
I will watch whatever.
I will watch Jeff Probst just sitting there on an island as his own tribe, voting himself out at every tribal council.
That's right.
But no, okay, no, the thing that ultimately, you know, I'm excited to see it back. I hope everyone stays safe. It's just, this is a nice little stepping stone in that new direction. We're going to have, you know, crazy as it is, probably another season of Big Brother before we even get back to Survivor. Right?
Yeah.
An Amazing Race. Who knows when we're ever getting that again?
With that. And hopefully we're going to have Big Brother Canada coming up soon? Question mark? March? Question mark?
I've seen a lot of promos for Big Brother Canada, so they're hyping it. They just haven't announced the date.
Yeah.
So CBS, as you said earlier, they haven't commented on anything as of yet.
No, they haven't. And my feeling is that because everything with the pandemic is in flux every day, it's changing all the time, that they don't want to commit to something and then have to pull the plug on it because, you know, things change and things are changing. It's sort of along the lines of what was happening with Big Brother last season, where CBS really did not want to say that it was coming until the last minute. Like, it was real close to the beginning before we actually even knew it was happening. And same reason. I mean, things were changing all the time with the pandemic. We saw with Big Brother Canada last season, they ended up having to close the whole house down. And people were mad and they just don't want to deal with that headache.
please don't do an all-star season for season 41 Survivor. I don't want to have to go through the rumor mill we went through with Big Brother All-Stars again.
I don't think that's happening. I may take a giant L on that, but I really don't think after, Winners at War, where we had a bunch of returnees, are going to do that again. Please don't do that again. We just watched that.
We're good. But okay, let's get your thoughts on all this, everybody. What do you think is going to happen with Survivor 41? Realistically, could we actually get a season in the fall? Share it in the comments. And if you did enjoy this video, subscribe to the channel, give us a like, support us further. We've got links in the description to the store, our Patreon, and we'll see you here next time.